The U.S. military said black men lacked the intelligence and nerve to be combat pilots. The Tuskegee Airmen flew over 1,500 missions. Not one bomber they escorted was ever lost to enemy fighter aircraft. Have you ever heard the full story? In 1941, under enormous pressure from civil rights groups and black newspapers, the U.S. Army Air Corps reluctantly established a segregated training program for black military pilots at Tuskegee Institute in Alabama. The program was designed by skeptics. Many officials expected it to fail, quietly confirming their prejudice. The facilities were inferior. The resources were limited. The scrutiny was relentless. The men who entered the program knew exactly what was at stake. They trained with exceptional intensity. They were held to standards that, many argued, exceeded those for white pilot trainees. They knew they weren't just flying for themselves, they were flying against a lie. In 1943, the 99th Fighter Squadron and later the 332nd Fighter Group entered combat in Europe. They flew P-40S, then P-47S, then the distinctive red-tailed P-51 Mustangs that gave them their enduring nickname, the Red Tails. Their combat record was extraordinary. They flew bomber escort missions deep into German-controlled territory, one of the most dangerous assignments in the air war, protecting the heavy bombers against Luftwaffe fighter interceptions. In over 200 bomber escort missions, not a single bomber under their protection was shot down by an enemy fighter. 0. Other fighter groups lost bombers regularly to German intercepts. The Red Tails lost none. Bomber crews began specifically requesting the Red Tails as their escorts. Over the course of the war, the Tuskegee Airmen flew over 1,500 missions, destroyed over 260 enemy aircraft, and produced 932 pilots and 150 combat pilots. They earned over 850 medals. And this is why their story matters. The Tuskegee Airmen didn't just serve their country. They systematically, sortie by sortie, obliterated the justification that had been used to exclude them. They didn't make the argument with words. They made it with a perfect record of bomber protection that no other fighter group had matched. They said black men couldn't fly. The Red Tails flew 1,500 missions and never lost a single bomber. Follow us to uncover more hidden black stories. Comment if you'd like to hear more about the Tuskegee Airmen, or the black military units who turned their excellence into a direct argument against the racism that tried to